During the height of the Cold War, while the world looked up to the heavens, where America and the Soviet Union raced for the moon, another race was underway. A secret, far more audacious contest. This was the race down. The Soviet Union, in its infinite pride and ambition, decided that if it could not be the first to conquer the stars, it would be the first to conquer the Earth itself. On a desolate, frost-bitten peninsula in Kola, near the Norwegian border, a project shrouded in secrecy began, the Kola Superdeep Borehole. The goal was not oil, not gas, but pure knowledge. They wanted to be the first humans, to pierce the Earth's crust. For nearly 20 years, with the most advanced technology of their time, they drilled deeper than any human had ever gone. But in 1989, at a depth of over 12 kilometers, their drill bit broke through into something not found in any geology textbook. Something that, perhaps, science was never meant to find. The Kola project was a monument to human will. Their drill, though only 9 inches wide, bored through rock formations billions of years old. They faced an environment more hostile than outer space. At 12,000 meters, the temperature reached 180 degrees Celsius, so hot that the rock behaved more like plastic than stone, and the drill was constantly on the verge of melting. Their discoveries were world-changing. They found liquid water miles deep, where all theories insisted it should have been crushed or boiled out of existence. This ancient water had been trapped for billions of years, like a message in a bottle from the dawn of time. And in that primordial rock, they found life. 24 new species of microscopic plankton fossils, perfectly preserved. They were not just drilling into rock, they were drilling into the very origin of life. But then, in 1989, at 262 meters, the telemetry went haywire. The drill bit suddenly began spinning wildly, indicating it had broken through into a massive, empty cavity. The temperature sensors registered an impossible spike, to over 1,000 degrees Celsius. Intrigued and baffled, the scientists decided to do something unprecedented. They lowered a specially designed, heat-resistant microphone into that black abyss. They only wanted to record the sound of tectonic plates. The microphone was brought back up. The tape was played. And what they heard allegedly left the most hardened, atheistic scientists frozen in terror. It was not the sound of geology. Not the groan of shifting rock or the flow of magma. According to the legend, it was the sound of screaming. A cacophony. A choir of pain from thousands, perhaps millions of throats. It wasn't just screaming, it was despair, agony, a sound of pure, eternal suffering that vibrated right through your bones. The shock was absolute. The story goes that many scientists abandoned the project immediately. The alleged manager of the project, a Dr. Azakov, was later quoted as saying, "As a communist, I don't believe in heaven or the Bible, but as a scientist, I now believe in hell." The legend doesn't stop there. It claims that just before they scrambled to seal the hole, a plume of luminous gas erupted from the blackness. And from that gas, a dark shape with bat-like wings and the form of a demon flew into the night sky and vanished. The Kola Borehole project, once the pride of Soviet science, was abruptly shut down. The official reason was a lack of funding, an excuse no one believed. The project didn't just run out of money. It ran out of nerve. The well was sealed with a massive, multi-ton metal cap, welded shut like a tombstone for a secret. The entire site was abandoned with military precision, left to rust in the Arctic wind. The data from that final recording was classified at the highest level. Now, it is easy to dismiss this as a clever hoax. And perhaps it was. Research has traced the story to a Finnish newspaper, which likely embellished it from a Christian newsletter. The audio itself has been identified by some as a looped and remixed track from the 1972 horror film Barren Blood. But a debunked legend doesn't answer everything. Why was the project really stopped just shy of its 15,000-meter goal? Why were the scientific findings from its final days so heavily classified? The legend of the Kola hellbore was born because the official story left a vacuum, a void that was filled by our deepest, most primal fears of what lies beneath. So what is the truth? Was it a product of Cold War imagination and religious propaganda? Or did Soviet scientists, in their hubris to conquer nature, accidentally drill too deep, crossing a boundary and touching a realm where humanity was never meant to go? We will likely never know for sure. But the story of the Kola Superdeep Borehole leaves us with one terrifying, lingering question. There are places in the universe, and right beneath our feet, that mankind was never meant to touch.
The story has come to an end. If it left a powerful impression on you, please consider supporting the channel with a like and subscription. It's the best way to ensure more stories like this can continue to be told. Thank you.